We begin today remembering a historic day 70 years ago. World leaders are paying tribute right now to those who sacrificed so much 70 years ago today. On June 6, 1944, more than 160,000 Allied troops stormed the beaches of Normandy, France.
The massive assault on that longest day is credited for changing the direction of World War II. Mark Phillips is in Normandy, where the president led this morning's remembrance ceremony. Mark, good morning.
President Obama.
Good morning. Well, 70 years ago today, one of the grandest, the bloodiest, and the most ambitious military endeavors of all time was underway here. And all along this coast, American and British and Canadian veterans and dignitaries are remembering those who fought and died here and what they fought for. The cemetery here overlooking Omaha Beach contains the graves of more than 9,000 Americans killed during D-Day and the battles that followed. They're forever young. Those who lived and now approaching are in their 90s. This may be the last chance at a major anniversary to honor them in person. That was President Obama's task today.
We come to remember why America and our allies gave so much for the survival of liberty at this moment of maximum peril.
It was 70 years ago, but it can seem like yesterday.
This is Richard C. Autolet speaking from London. The Allied forces landed in France early this morning. I watched the first landing barges hit the beach exactly on the minute of H hour.
Some elements of the D-Day operation were recreated. Airborne honoring yesterday's, celebrating the accomplishment, remembering the cost.
Gentlemen, we are truly humbled.
Yet even as noble words were spoken here about courage and sacrifice, the tensions of the current world are evident as well. Who would want to do the seating plan for this official D-Day lunch hosted by the French at a local chateau? President Obama will be there, and it brings together the new president of Ukraine and Vladimir Putin, the Russian president who has annexed part of the country and threatens others. No direct talks are scheduled, but the French are hoping an encounter might be an icebreaker. That's the other lesson learned here. The battle on these beaches didn't end history, it just changed it. Charlie?
Mark, thanks. This morning, President Obama says America's commitment to liberty is, quote, written in blood on the beaches of Normandy. Bill Plant is also at the American Cemetery near Omaha Beach. Bill, good morning.
Good morning. Well, this cemetery is a powerful testament to the sacrifices of war. President Obama came here today to remind that the struggle for freedom lives on. That was his message to all here, including the few remaining survivors of that D-Day landing 70 years ago.
These men waged war so that we might know peace. They sacrificed so that we might be free. They fought in hopes of a day when we no longer need to fight. We are grateful to them.
The president reassured these veterans that their legacy is in good hands.
For in a time when it has never been more tempting to pursue narrow self-interest, to slough off common endeavor, this generation of Americans, a new generation, our men and women of war, have chosen to do their part as well. Generation of service members.
He praised today's service members as still aware of the call of duty.
And this generation, this 9/11 generation of service members, they too felt something. They answered some call. They said, I will go. They too chose to serve a cause that's greater than self. Many even after they knew they'd be sent into harm's way. And for more than a decade they have.
Remembering through the decades what happened here to the greatest generation, freedom is the common denominator. And though it exists today on this now peaceful bluff, somewhere, of course, it still does not. Nora?
Bill Plant, thank you.